Yes, sir. Whoa. Damn, I fucked up that intro. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tenzin, 1/3 of the SOS podcast. It's not going to be a long episode tonight simply because A, no guest. B, well, there's no B tonight, man. He ain't feeling too good. But anyway, I at least gotta chop it up with y'all, man, just because, I don't like taking a Wednesday off if there's no reason to do so. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, sure, we don't got no guests, but that don't mean Tenzin can't talk to you. Get up in your mind, get up in your ear hole. But yeah, man, I'm excited to announce Solstice Volume 2 will be on its way very soon. Yeah, and there's actually going to be some summer left, when I release this. Because I believe last year when I released Solstice Volume 1, I think it was like near the end of July, which there was still some summer left. We still had August and some of September, but nah, man, this time, I'm releasing this project and yeah, there's gonna be a lot of hot months to bump it. Same formula as before. It's gonna be 3 tracks, but this go round, the motif is you're listening to a radio station. You know, Solstice Radio 90.1 FM. That's right. That's what the fuck you're gonna be listening to on them 3 tracks. It's a little bit more punchy than last year. A little more aggro. Yeah, man, I'm really spitting. Um, so I'm excited to bring this to y'all's forefront, especially since well, technically Full Blown Action was the first track I ever released that was mastered. However, it wasn't released as a Tenzin track. It was actually released as a Ether for Real track. But these 3 tracks will be the first songs I ever have mastered. So that's gonna be interesting, man. Like a Tenzin project where all the songs are mastered. And I plan to get some other tracks mastered too, because I want to run up these radio numbers, man. Because look, I got the juice. I got the motherfucking juice musically. I still just got to work on, how to promote myself and all that good jazz. Because, as they say, you're not selling the music, you're using the music to sell yourself. All right. So basically, I have to make Tenzin interesting, which is not hard because I'm an interesting guy. I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. So, anywho, yeah, so be on the lookout for Solstice Volume 2. I can't wait for that to come out, man. Especially that first track, which this Friday, our bar ATL, I will be blazing that stage. Hopefully they respect my sign up time. And yeah, because, my supporters, man, they be coming from like, Stone Mountain, Douglasville, Jonesboro. So, I'm like, hey, give I'm trying to give my people a chance to make it to the bar. You know what I'm saying? So then they can see me spit some bars. I'd hate for them to like drive all the way out here and I have to tell them like, yeah, I already went. So I'm excited for this Friday. Hopefully, my people come out. I sent the flyer to some folks, and I definitely posted the flyer on my Instagram page, most known bastard, all one word, all spelled correctly. Um, but yeah, man, Solstice Volume 2 coming out, and I also this will probably be the first project I release that. Well, I mean, okay, so I've released, but those were like my SoundCloud days back before I knew what mixing was. Well, that was back before I knew that beats had to be mixed up. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So the 2 projects I released in my well, technically 3, but the third one was more so like a daily release of songs. But but nah, man. This project outside of SoundCloud will be the first project that I release where the album art does not have any AI involvement whatsoever. Yes. And she was surprisingly cheap. Um but like the product that I got, I mean, yeah, I mean, it looks like it would cost that much, but I'm still proud. I mean, I'm still proud of how it came out, and that artist, because I was just reaching out, man. I went to Discord, went to one Discord channel, Crickets, it's just saying, hey, looking for an artist to design my album art for my upcoming EP. No, yeah, nothing but crickets when I reached out to them. Went to another Discord channel. Somebody responded, tagged somebody that's into that, and yeah, we got each other's socials and went on from there. So I hope to work with that person some more. And that's the thing about me, man. Like once I find like a vendor or somebody who provides a service, and I'm like I'm like locked in, like like I do a project with you and it works out great, man. It's a marriage basically. Okay, I'm just gonna be coming to you all the time because yeah, it's like it's hard, man. Having a shop, but I do have to expand my horizons because let's just say there was a person whom I've worked with for years who all of a sudden decided to switch up on me. They basically just didn't come up with their end of the bargain. They did not uh, do the work that I paid them to do. So yeah, so I have to shop around for another individual who can perform those services. But I think I did find another trustworthy source. But I guess that moment taught me that I'm big on. I'm like I kind of have like that Adam Sandler philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if you with me from the beginning, then hey, I'm taking you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm be using you all the time. Like whether I'm still underground or if I'm like multi-million dollar mainstream, like I'm still using you. You know what I'm saying? And and also too, man, these people, the people I use are pretty reasonable. But I guess what that switch up has taught me, I do have to get more comfortable just shopping around and just using different people. It's like everyone has like a different way of doing things, and you do want to, hmm, what's the word? I guess diversify your methodologies, I guess. I don't know that. I know to the average person that diversify your methodologies. What the fuck is this nigga talking about? But I promise I'm making sense. But yeah, because I go to this. I have my main engineer that I go to, but there may be artists whom I will work with, to collaborate with, and yeah, like I'll see how they record, and some of their methods are different. I remember uh, going to the Omen agency, the engineer Mac. Like I saw him, and this is just something that he just prefers to do. Like he would meticulously go through the track, and when you're rapping and stuff, you got to catch a breath every now and then. So you might be like, my name is Tenzin, and I walk to the park. Oh no, it's starting to get dark. So he will meticulously go through a track and remove the, what I'm saying, any breaths, he'll like remove those just to make the artist sound like they're flowing a little better. I mean, me personally, I'm on the fence on that because, part of me is like, well, you do want to be authentic and transparent, while another part of me is like, well, you do want to release the most polished stuff you can. But but that's what I mean. It's like, different hell, like another engineer I went to, you know, he was like, okay, do you like that take? Okay, good. do it a couple more times. You know what I'm saying? Just to really, because like once you're, I guess his philosophy was, like once you're comfortable with the verse and you kind of know it now, it's like, okay, good. Now you can actually perform it. Because that's the thing about recording. Recording is also a performance. You got to get in that booth and whatever you wrote, you got to spit it like you mean it. So, case in point, if you're like a killer on your tracks, then yeah, you gotta hop in that booth and spit like you're the number one top shooter. You know, you send your best man, you're gonna lose your your best shooter, something like whatever Nardo said. Same thing if you're doing play arounds. You the biggest player in the world when you hop in that booth. So it's kind of the same. Look, I keep losing my train of thought. So yeah, it's the same philosophy whether you're going to the booth or you're on the stage. It's just that in the booth, there's do overs. Because it's practice. You know what I'm saying? You're just making a track. You're there's gonna be plenty of takes. It's kind of like making a film. There's gonna be a bunch of outtakes. I should do that. Like, I'm pretty sure there has been rappers who like made like personal blooper reels of themselves in the booth. Especially now you see footage of rappers recording their ad libs, which is so funny. Like I kind of need to step my ad lib game up. However, I just don't really do ad libs like that. I don't know. I mean, cause I guess like because I am a lyricist, so yeah, I kind of want the audience to hear everything I'm saying, which is why I'm slowly but surely transitioning to rapping without the background vocal. Like I've been doing that for the easier songs that I got. Basically the songs that are like, you know, 2 minutes. Yeah, like songs that are like just a verse. I've been doing that. But eventually, songs that I have that are like two verses or three verses, eventually I'm gonna have to start committing those to memory. And it's actually not that hard. I just recently performed at the Revival of Reason 2026, the second annual Revival of Reason. Shout out to Plenty More. But yeah, I did great. Especially the tracks where I'm like, oh shit, I have to really remember these fucking lyrics. Okay, or I'm gonna look like Boo Boo the fucking fool on this stage. And I think that's like the pressure that comes with, you know, doing the songs without the background vocals. Because yeah, like at least when you have something in the background playing, you got something to fall back on. But whew, baby, when it's just the instrumental, whew, boy, I hope I remember everything. Now, you can flub up a little bit and people aren't gonna know because they don't know your song. They weren't with you in the booth when you was writing, you know. So confidence can kind of like override that a little bit. But man, I'm talking, oh, excuse me, why? I'm talking if you just straight brain fart up on that stage, yikes. And I mean, and it's possible to do that even when you got the vocals behind you. I remember the very first Smoke and Chill I performed at. I did fucking terrible because I thought I knew the lyrics, right? And I had the lyrics playing in the back, but I just kept forgetting what I was saying. And like, I remember dude was like the organizer, he was like recording. Bro, I literally seen him put his phone right back. So he was a real one for that one. I was like, damn it. But you just got to keep coming back, man. And that's the beauty of like being a performer, whether it's like singing, rapping, stand up comedian. You got to take these L's, especially if you're a stand up comedian. Oh my gosh, like I mean, rapping was one thing, but ooh, comedy, shit. that's a whole nother beast because yeah, you got to be funny. Like, because I know my friends, they be like, man, you should try to get into stand up comedy. And I'm like, see, I'm funny around my niggas. I'm not funny on stage to a group of strangers. That's different. Okay. Y'all my niggas. Y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, we got inside jokes, all that. But to be funny to a group of strangers on a stage, especially at a venue where heckling is allowed. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to get heckled. Oh, wow, yawning like a motherfucker. Anyway, I mean, I wouldn't want to get heckled, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to leave the stage to a silent crowd either. So shout out to my stand-up comedians, but also, I mean, shout out to anybody that's out here performing in front of people, doing gigs. I'm hoping to elevate to charge for show, but right now I'm doing these showcases. You know, the Revival of Reason, I mean, I was definitely a featured artist, but I mean, it's for the black non-believers, so I do that for the love anyway. Plus they comp my hotel room. So that's all that matters. I mean, hey, as long as you do that, I'm cool. I'm Gucci. So and also, if you can work BMI, you can get paid off your live performances. I mean, you're getting like peanuts, but hey, you're getting paid off your music regardless. So that's a win-win right there. So that's also what I'm working on. Just trying to get more performances under my belt. Try to go to more venues as well. Like, I love Art Bar, but I do got to venture out a bit. Just because not the same. Even though they say your community is always going to be small, right? Because I I feel like Atlanta's kind of small, just because you just run into the same folks. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, the rap scene in Cleveland or whatever, that'll probably be small as hell too. But I remember I had a guest on here, Renee the G. She's from New Jersey, and she said that was a small scene. I'm like, really? Because being in New Jersey, you should. I thought, hey, take the train or taxi to New York City and do your thing. I mean, because you're literally a state away from the hip hop mecca. But obviously, most of the shit done moved down here now. So you give or take. But anyway, I'm just very happy for the noticeable improvements I am making, when it comes to this music shit. Being better in the studio, like knowing what a mixed beat is. Uh, hell, about to release some mastered tracks for y'all. Okay, I mean, listen, it's like the boy Leem said, man. Like when you focus on the things that are going good for you, when you count your blessings, I mean, you'll never have enough time in the day to finish. Cause listen, yeah, I mean, and it's easy. It's very easy to look at the higher level and say, yo, I need to hop on that, which ambition is good. It's good to have ambition. All right. That's how people improve. However, don't forget to stop and say, wow, look at how far I came. Look at how much more I've improved. Like, granted, I mean, I was a way better lyricist, from 2011 to like 2016. But still, it's like now I'm a better songwriter. You know what I'm saying? Actually, oof, but I hadn't wrote a song with a hook in a while. Well, technically, one of the tracks on the new EP coming out, that kind of has a hook to it, but it's not like your traditional it's not your traditional hook necessarily. It's more so, you know, I repeat the same two lines, but then I have some different shit coming up. But yeah, man. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about in the musical news. I also want to say, shout out to that boy Zelensky. I saw the footage of the drone strikes in Moscow. I mean, war is terrible. I mean, hopefully no civilian in Moscow got harmed, but man, when I saw like that lid on the oil tank just shoot straight up after being struck. Now, some reports say that could have been that could have been one of Russell's. Gosh darn, the way I be talking. But some might say that could have been Russian air defense that might have did that. But I'm gonna just say the Ukrainians did it. Okay, 'cause I don't know a way to verify if it was. Um, but yeah, man, that lid just shot straight up. But you know, we forget too, man. Like these motherfuckers been at war since what, like 2022, 23. Hold on, let me look this up. Hold on. Russia versus Ukraine war. What is it called? Like the Russo-Ukraine war? That was the history books are gonna call it? The Russia-Ukraine war. Okay, yeah, 2022. That's when the invasion started. Okay, yeah, you Russo-Ukrainian. See, I knew they were gonna say that. But yeah, 2022 is when this shit started. It is 2020 fucking 6. And if you would have said, hey yo, Tenzin, there's gonna be a fucking day where the fucking Ukrainians are gonna be bombing Moscow. If you would have told me that, I'd have been like, I don't know, Chief. I mean, Russia's a big ass country, and Ukraine is just these little motherfuckers. But these motherfuckers, I mean, it's crazy. Like when your back's against the wall and you're in defense mode and you're fighting for what's good, aka your freedom, your way of life. Like, yeah, like they're gonna be bringing the fight. And also, we've been aiding them as well, the US. But man, like them some scrapping motherfuckers, man. Like 'cause this was a huge superpower going up against this like tiny country. And we over here thinking like, oh yeah, Russia's gonna run through them niggas in 2 weeks. Nigga, 4 years later. Man, but shout out to those who lost their lives. Whether it be a Ukrainian soldier or a Russian soldier. I mean, most of them people were conscripted. Most of them motherfuckers were drafted. Okay, they ain't have a choice. All right, at least on the Russian side. I mean, most of the Ukrainian side. I mean, motherfucking civilians were picking up guns. Like, nah, nigga, we protecting this. So yeah, this is really like a David Goliath thing, man, and I love hearing stories about that. Kind of like Haiti with France. Yeah, them niggas was not supposed to win, but they kicked France's ass. I tell you that much. Um, but shout out to Zelensky for leading his people. To this day, just bravely leading his people. You know, to victory. I mean, because like I said, I would have never suspected Moscow to be bombed. Like they they went from Kiev all the way forward back to they shit. That's incredible. And it bothers me because obviously, these fuck ass pundits are lying to people. But there's people within our within our nation over here, like, oh, why should we provide aid to Ukraine? I think we should just stay out of it. Which I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of conflicts that we just stay out of, right? But I mean, Ukraine is a potential ally, if not already an ally. And also, why let one of our rival nations get stronger? You know, and also it's just the fact that look, man, these are women and children like being just wrecked. Like they weren't following rules of engagement at all. They were definitely breaking. They were definitely committing war crimes. I mean, I've heard about the sledgehammers on civilians. So anyway, man, shout out to Ukraine. I'm always forgetting the slogan, how to say it, but such and such Ukraine, whatever. Yeah, y'all keep fighting that good fight. Also, man, so I heard some interesting news about GTA 6. So GTA 6 is gonna have, for the standard edition, it's gonna have an $80 price tag. What the fuck? 80 goddamn dollars, which eh, that's expected, I guess. I mean, how much should I pay? Man, these games just get more and more expensive. I remember when the motherfucker was just $50. Um, but now it's like 60 to 70 on average. But GTA 6 is gonna be $80 standard. And if you want the ultimate edition, that's gonna run you like 100. And apparently there's gonna be like certain cars, certain drips, certain like what's the word? Customizations like that's only available in the ultimate version. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. You're paywalling, you know, the you're paywalling the game, which obviously if you wait a while, they might release, an ultimate edition for cheaper, I mean, because but I don't know, this is GTA we talking about. Um uh, uh, but but I mean that price tag, I mean, it's not too surprising. I mean, there's gonna be people who's willing to fork over $100 for an ultimate edition. Because I think the highest I paid for a game was $80, I believe. Yeah, $80 was the highest I paid for a game so far. But that was because it was Ghost of Yote, and I was like, you know what? Excuse me. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna buy the ultimate version. Well, it was a deluxe version. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy a deluxe version because hey, why not? You know what I'm saying? I love the first game, and I know I'm gonna love this one, which I did. Um, mm, yes, I did enjoy Ghost of Yote more than I did Ghost of Tsushima. Not, and it's not because Tsushima was bad. It was just Ghost of Yote was just a huge improvement. I mean, you can finally use a gun. All right, that's cool. And B, like you can use different weapons. You know, and they kind of added a good mechanic to the game. Like certain weapon types you got to use a different weapon for. Because what was it? What was it like? People using the the harigama, whatever that is, that mace with the chain, that ball and chain mace. Like, yeah, if people using that, you got to use the Yari. If people are using a Yari against you, then you got to use that ball and chain, or the double, the dual wheel katanas. You got to use dual wheel katanas against them. Or if someone's got a shield, that's when you use that Harishigama, however you say it, like to break the shield. So it made the fighting, more, more challenging because you got to think on the fly. Because back on Tsushima, you use the same because he was a former samurai, so you're using a samurai and a, I mean, god damn words today, people. you're using the katana and the tanto for the most part. Obviously the tanto is just for the stealth kills, but the way they did it on Tsushima was you just switch stances. So I forgot the different stances. I believe if you're fighting a big enemy, you'll be in the moon stance. And if you're fighting an enemy with a spear, you're doing a water stance, which he kind of like holds the sword like this. I was like, interesting. But nah, man, yeah, I'm sorry. Ooh, that was a little tangent there. But yeah, so that price tag, I mean, yeah, it's Rockstar Games and it's GTA. So, and we've been waiting on this game for years because GTA 5 came out in 2013. Like, that's like what I want to say about, yeah, 13 years ago, like over a decade. But now the most interesting news I've heard. So listen, listen, I didn't want to. I suffered from FOMO, fear of missing out. So I was in such a hurry to get a PS5. I was like, fuck it, I'll just get the digital only. So I don't have no physical copies of any game. I know, sucks. I mean, I was telling myself maybe I would try to cop a PS5 with a disc drive on it just so I can, have physical media. But nah, so far everything I have is digital. But to the people who were able to get um, the disc drive PS5, apparently, if you order the physical copy of GTA 6, ain't gonna be no disc in there. It's just gonna be a code. So it's like, well, what's the fuck? What the fuck is the point? Just for the cover, So that's interesting right there. So they're not gonna release a disc, and even if you get a physical copy, it's like I think you're just getting a box. It may be the booklet. I'm not sure because last time when GTA 5 came out, it came with two discs. One of the discs was just the data. You had to put that into your Xbox. Yeah, I had a. What system did I have that on? Because GTA 5 is old, y'all. I had that on 360. Xbox 360. That's how old that game is. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not lying to you guys. Okay. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Dead air. I know. Dead air. No. GTA 5 release date September 17th, 2013. And for what systems? Consoles. Yep. PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. That's how old this game was. Okay. This shit was 2 generations ago as far as like gaming systems. So, yeah. Um where am I? So yeah, so GTA 5 is old as hell. All right, but I mean, that formula just worked because they just kept adding to the online, and I think that's what's gonna happen with 6. I mean, hell, it'll probably be 20 years before we get 7. You know what I'm saying? Because we're bringing it back to Vice City, and they're using the whole state, and this map is gonna be fucking huge. But anywho, Yeah, so that first disc was just the data that you got to put onto your system. So you put that disc into your 360. I had a 360. Yeah, my console route was weird. I went from, and I would just start with PlayStation. I went from PS1, PS2, Xbox 360, PS4, now PS5. And I think the only reason why I got the 360 was because my mom wanted to use the Kinect, but I ended up using it more than she did, so I ended up just buying games for it. But yeah, man. So yeah, that's what's going on in Rockstar's world right now. And I heard there has been rumors of a Red Dead Redemption 3. I really hope that they move forward with the story. I mean, I don't mind playing a prequel. It's just come on, man. Let's move forward now. Or you don't necessarily have to move forward. You can still keep it in like, you know, the early 20th century, but make it to where you're just focused on someone else. I don't know. It don't have to be the Vanderland gang. But I mean, me personally, I would want them to continue with Jack Marston, just so we can see, like, okay, how does he go from this like cute kid to like this quick draw McGraw killer? So yeah, I at least want to see the story continue with Jack. I mean, is he just some dude trying to live? Is he on the wrong side of the law? Is he a bounty hunter? What's the deal with Jack Marston? I want to see Jack. Okay. But anyway, man, that's been the show. I was able to talk y'all's head off for a good 37 minutes. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Tune in with us next Wednesday at 8. Tune in to our Big Sisters podcast, the Raw Recovery, the Community. I believe that airs on Tuesdays, but like her page on Facebook. Yeah, you'll see all the clips and you'll be directed to all the episodes. And she is on YouTube as well. Very proud of our big sister, Danny. She hit the ground running with this podcast shit. You hear me? She's doing a lot better than we are. Trust me. Um, and also our brothers from Other Mothers, the What They Want podcast, Big John Promotions, and Slick 600. Doing their thing every Friday night now. They used to share a day with us. Now they Fridays. Ain't that some shit? But anyway, man. Y'all have a good night. Peace be upon the dead. And yeah, have a good week, folks. Peace out.